Hey, hey, Slay in the Summer. I am popping on live, and I know a lot of you probably are not going to jump on with me live, but there was no way I could do this live later, and we fit this business in where we can, right? So I thought I would pop on now, and if you can't watch it live, of course, you can watch it afterwards. So I'll wait and see if maybe a few of you jump on, and I see I do have one on, so I'll kind of give it a minute, and maybe we might have a couple more people on before I get into what I wanted to talk about today, and that is your why. And our why is our core of our whole business. So I'll give it another minute here and see if I get anybody else on. Like I said, I know a lot of people are probably barbecuing right now and doing all kinds of stuff for 4th of July, but right now is when I could pop on. So I'll give it another minute. If you are on, can you tell me if you can hear me? Before I jump on, before I keep going, I just want to make sure you guys can hear me, the ones that are on. And if you are on, just say hi, or tell me you're on, or give me a little heart or something. You can hear me. Awesome. Okay. So I'll start with this. Hopefully everybody's having an awesome weekend, this holiday weekend, and you guys are doing fun stuff with your family and your friends and all of that. Second of all, I will say that I am so proud of all of you that commented on last night's video talking about your fears. I mean, you got deep, you got raw, and you put your fears out there. And this is a safe place. I mean, all training is, but for you to get real and raw and deep with your fears is only going to help you overcome those fears now to really dig deep into your why. And when you know your fear, you're able to overcome that. And how do we overcome that? By having such a strong why that you can overcome that fear. And when you really find out your why, like your core belief and your purpose for why you're doing this, it's literally going to push you beyond any fear that comes your way. It doesn't even matter. And your fears are going to change. I mean, you're going to have fears every day. You could have a different fear. You could be a year, 3 years into your business and have different fears pop up. And so that's where we're going to really dig deep into your why to understand that so solid, to literally be able to push any fear aside and never have to have a care in the world about any of those fears, okay? And that's what I really want to do for you guys today and this week when we really uncover this even more. I'm looking at some notes to the side. If you kind of see me checking things out over here, that's why. I took these notes at the Premier Napa trip that I had told you was when I previously recorded that fear video. But for the why video, I thought it was better to come on live and really give you some more inside take on how I feel we need to uncover our why. So I see a few more of you guys are jumping on. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Burgundy. Okay. So thank you for digging deep. And I'm going to say that I'm going to assume that a lot of you, when you were thinking about your fears, when you were writing down your fears on the post from yesterday, you were getting choked up a little bit. You were really kind of feeling that, inside of your gut, like, oh my gosh, like these really are my fears. This is a little bit scary. And you'll know if you're new day one in this business, or yet you've been in 3 years like me, you're going to constantly be pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone. Every day I'm like, oh my God, I never thought I would do that. And then I do it. Well, I never thought I would do that. And then I do it. And you're going to constantly have those things happen throughout your business. Okay. So I can say that, literally you guys, fears can paralyze you and keep you exactly where you are. And a lot of you commented and said you were fearful of a year from now being the exact same level you are now, or a year from now not have adding any business partners on. And I want you to take that fear and don't think of it as a fear. Just know your why so deep that you're just that's not even going to be a fear of yours anymore, right? You need to push outside of that fear to know, like, no, I'm not going to let myself be in the same spot today a year from now, because you're going to work your business daily. You're going to put the work in. You're going to believe in yourself, and your why is going to be so strong that won't even need to be a fear anymore. Okay. Okay. So yes. So we're going to dig into your why now. Okay. So like I said, you're kind of going outside your comfort zone all the time. So you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And it happens a lot in this business, right? When you pick up the phone and call somebody, when you talk to somebody out and about, that's fearful. When you put a post up, sometimes I still get nervous to put posts up all the time. So let's talk a little bit about your why, okay? So you really dug deep into those fears, your why. Okay, so your why, it's literally, it's what makes you get up every morning to work this business, right? It's what makes you sacrifice other things to work your business. I saw a lot of you talked about fearing neglecting your family right now, or maybe not giving your husband as much time because once the kids are in bed, you're working on your business. So some of those fears come up. This is what I'll tell you. You can have everything in life, just not all at the same time. So if you know that your why is so strong that it's okay. You have to sacrifice some things now to get where you want in your business. And, but your why has to be so strong for you to understand why you're sacrificing those things, right? Your why is what gets you out of bed every morning earlier to work your business, or what makes me stay up till 2 a.m. every morning to work my business. Those are the things that are going to keep you that why is going to make you do those things. Not watch as much TV, or maybe not put your kids to bed every night, or go to a Rodan and Fields event instead of going to your kids' basketball practice. There's certain sacrifices that you're going to have to make to work your business if you want it to be successful. But that why has to be so strong for you to want to make those sacrifices. Okay, so digging into your why. There's a huge difference between a goal and a why. A goal is a very tangible thing, something you can literally hold on to, such as paying off student loans or going shopping, having more shopping money at Target, all that. So I'm going to be real for a second. When I first started, I didn't really understand my why. I didn't have a training like this to really help me peel back the layers of the onion to understand it. So I thought, heck, talked to Sarah and she told me what she was making per month, and I was like, oh, I want to do that. I want to be able to go shopping more. I was spending money with a new baby, and I felt like maybe I should be saving for college instead, or maybe I should be buying diapers instead. But I liked having that me money. So when I first started, my why, or so I thought, was to be able to go shopping more. Well, 8 months into my business, when I was on that retreat with Meredith Teason, like I talked about in the video last night, she made us peel back the onion a little bit more and a little bit more. So this is what I'm going to ask you guys to do today, all right? And I'm going to give you an example of mine. So if you were to ask me when I first started, Megan, why are you doing this business? I would say, well, I want to be able to, go shopping more for myself at Nordstrom's. Well, why? Well, because I don't want to have to feel guilty about spending money. Maybe I should be spending it on my daughter or saving money for college. Well, why? Well, because I was laid off in my previous pharmaceutical job, and that was really scary. So I want to have the control and not feel like I'm, just going to lose my job again. Well, why? Well, when you don't have the control, what do you have? I don't want to be working for a corporate job anymore where I don't have the control. I want to have the time freedom to work when I want on my terms and not feel like I'm going to get laid off again. So I want to have that control and I want to have that freedom. I want to feel rewarded for what I put into my business. I get out of it. And I never feel like that at corporate. Ding, ding, ding. There you go. Control and time freedom. Those are what gets me out of bed every morning. That's what drives me to keep going and going and going. That's what makes me talk to everybody that I come in contact with. That's what makes me add new business partners month after month. That's what makes me share these products with everybody that's around me, because I want the control. I don't want to feel like I'm going to ever get laid off again. I don't want to feel like I'm never, rewarded for what I'm doing. At corporate, with my job, I could work my butt off and never get rewarded for it. I was kind of just spinning in circles, and then I got laid off 9 years into my career. Oh, no big deal. There goes Megan. We don't care. What? That was crazy. I lost the control. I want the control. I want to have the control of when I see my babies. I don't want to have them be watched by someone else. I don't want to have somebody else take my kid to kindergarten. I want to do those things. I want to have the control. I want to have the time freedom to know that I'm, giving my family the financial that I want to be able to live more freely. and walk away from corporate America when I want to. That control, that time freedom, that's huge. 2 words, control and time freedom. Well, 3 words. That's my why. That's what just dig deep down inside of me makes me bust my ass in this business every single day. Not because I want to go buy more shoes. Are you kidding me? That's a tangible thing. So you need to peel back the layers. Say what your thing is, what you think your why is, and then ask yourself why. And why. And why and why and why and why until you get really deep down to understand truly what your why is. Oh, I want to pay off student loans. Well, why? Well, because I feel like I'm strapped for money every single month. Well, why? Well, because I don't want to have my own daughter take out student loans, and I want to be able to pay for her college outright. Well, why? Well, because when my parents brought me up, it was hard. We were strapped for money. I mean, dig deep. I'm just giving examples here, but you just have to dig deep. Now, your goals, we tell you to shout those out all the time. My first post for you guys at the beginning last week was shout out your goals where you want to end at the end of this training. I want you to go tell your goals to everybody and anybody you can. How many business partners you want to bring on each month, what you want your PSQV at, what you want your org volume at, if you want to be in that Lexus, if you want to be in that, on that premier trip or that elite trip to Hawaii. Those goals, I want you to tell anybody and anybody. I want you to shout them out from the rooftops. Your why is not something you share with prospects. Your why is something that you discuss with your husband and really dig deep into so he understands, so your family understands, so your parents understand, so your kids understand. Make this a family affair. You are working your business for you and your loved ones, your family, to make your life better. So why not wrap that family in so they understand your why? Wrap your kids in, sit them down, make a goal board, put Disney World up there, put a Lexus up there, put the premier trip up, put whatever you want on that goal board. You wrap that family into those goals, but they need to know your why. And you need to know your why, or you're never, ever, ever going to go to the tippity top of this business unless you have that super, super, super strong why, okay? And I'll tell you, a lot of you talked about in your fears, fearful of what other people think, fearful that people aren't going to support you, fearful you're not going to add any business partners or you're going to just kind of be stuck in the same spot. And here's what I'll tell you. When I started, I had a lot of those same fears. Fearful that I would have support from others. Fearful that my friends weren't going to support me. But here's what happened. I had a lot of friends that did not support me. I've had hundreds and hundreds of no's. I've had people send hate messages back to me like, why the hell are you doing this business? Stop contacting me. You're annoying, whatever. I've had people tell me that I was absolutely crazy for doing this. I've had people that I've launched, trained for hours and hours and hours and quit on me in this business. I've had people sign up and quit an hour later. I've had a friend of mine, one of my best friends, canceled her PC account. I've had people that I've worked on for hours and hours and hours about joining me, and then I find out they joined somebody else. I mean, you guys, this business goes like this, roller coaster, up and down, up and down, up and down. But my why's strong enough that I'm like, heck, if they're going to go join somebody else, good luck. And then guess what? A year later, they say, Megan, I should have joined you. Or if they're like, this business isn't for me or whatever. Oh, well, okay. You know what? Not everybody can be a doctor. Not everybody can be a teacher. God bless the teachers on this team. I could never do it. I could never be just a stay-at-home mom. I would go insane. I mean, everybody cannot be in this business, right? It's not for everybody. But I love telling the opportunity to everybody. And if they don't want to join, I'm like, well, sorry about your loss, because this really is an awesome opportunity. And I make those no's drive me to go talk to more people, because my why is so strong that I want to go talk to more people, because I want to continue to have more success and more success and more success. But as soon as I stopped caring about what other people thought, as soon as I stopped caring about how many likes I got on a Facebook post, as soon as I stopped caring about what my post said, as soon as I stopped caring about what I said to people when I was out and about, because I might say the wrong thing, as soon as I stopped caring about those things is when I hit level 5. Seriously. Because you guys, people post about what their cat ate for dinner. Do you think I care about that? Definitely don't. I can unfollow them. People can unfollow me. I don't care. People can unfriend me. I don't care. Oh, well. But sometimes you have to step outside of your comfort zone and do those things. Make those really uncomfortable posts. And when I first started, I would get maybe 2 likes on a Rodan & Fields post. Who cares? Then I put a picture up of my kids and I'd get 100 likes. It shows you that they're watching. They're paying attention, okay? But those real raw posts, those posts that tell the world what your business is doing for you, those posts that have a little bit of your why in them, that are like your armpits are sweating and you're getting nervous and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to post this, I'm going to put this out there. Those posts that make you cringe, those posts have had people join me just because of those posts. I've had a few business partners say, Megan, you posted about this time you were at Target and you said, I mean, they'll like verbatimly tell me what my post said. And I'm like, wow, it's working. And I still get nervous to do those kind of posts. I still sometimes get nervous to talk to people I'm out and about, but I do it because I'm doing it afraid and I know that my why is so deep, it's making me step outside of my comfort zone to grow, okay? But you have to overcome those fears, and the way you do that is by having that really, really, really strong why, okay? So I want you to take some time today and really reflect on your why. And I want you to keep asking yourself, why, until you get deeper than a tangible goal. And like I said, sit with your significant other, sit with your kids, talk it through. And you know what? That's going to help them know why maybe mommy's not coming to my game tonight because she has an event, because we're going to go to Disney World. And that's going to help them understand, well, mommy's working this business and I am seeing how successful she's being, and that makes me so proud of my mom. Well, my wife's working this business because she's helping us save money for college or for her to retire sooner. Whatever it is. But when your family knows your why and you discuss it and you talk about it, you're going to have so much more support from them. And that support system is going to be huge. And if you don't have the support system from them, you have the support system from me and all the other leaders in this whole Rodan & Fields family. Okay, so I can promise you that. So I'm going to put up a post next. It's a really amazing motivational video. It's literally 3 minutes. I want you to watch that video, and below that, you're going to write your why. And your why, you guys, my why is 3 words. Time freedom and control. That's it. Okay? Your why could be 1 sentence, but your why is not a story, okay? You need to really dig deeper and deeper and deeper. And if people are putting up goals and they're tangible goals and they're not their why, myself and the other leaders will help you, reach out to you to help you uncover that a little bit more, because you have to get that really strong, solid why. Every single successful Rodan & Fields consultant, their why is so solid, so strong, and so you have to accomplish that to keep going and keep going and keep going, right? You have to have that strong sense of knowing why you're doing this. Why are you going to keep going? You know, you could have 100 no's. Well, why are you going to keep going to 101 no? Because there's going to be somebody that says, yes, you said yes, I said yes. You'll find them. But you have to keep going and going and going, okay? And that's all a mindset too. You know what I mean? Your why is a mindset. I just want to make sure I didn't, your purpose. I mean, your why is your heartbeat of your business. If I didn't say that, you know, it's what fuels you. It's what drives you, and challenges are always going to come, but you have to truly find that heartbeat of your business. And that heartbeat of your business is your why. It's what gets me to stay up till 2 a.m. every night to work my business. It's what gets me to wake up then the next day at 7 a.m. to do a Zoom with Australians. I mean, whatever it is. But I know that it's getting to me where I want to be. And it's driving me to have more time freedom. It's driving me to have more control in my life, because those are my whys. That's my why, okay? So how do I figure out my deep why? I've been struggling with that for a few months. Okay, Sarah, I'm going to reach out to you individually, because we just need to keep asking you why. I mean, I'm just going to keep saying why. You're going to give me an answer, I'm going to say why. You're going to give me another answer, I'm going to say why. And that's what you literally have to do. Because it's in there. It's in there. Deeper than you think, I promise. Now I'm going to give you guys a little insider scoop, because later this week, I'm going to have you be putting up a raw post. I don't want you to put a raw post up tonight. or tomorrow night because of the holidays, but I'm going to decide what night. So I would say dig into your why and start thinking about this Real Raw post, okay? Start jotting some notes down. It's taken me hours sometimes to write Real Raw posts, and I always send them to Sarah LeBlanc still, or sideline partners like Lana and Amanda, and have them read them, and they'll be like, that's not good, Megs, let's start over, and then I'm like, okay, back to the drawing board. But I want you to start thinking about a Real Raw post as well, and get your feelings down on paper. Whenever I put up a Real Raw post, it's a picture of my family there too, because that's my core, that's my why, okay? Okay. So I'm going to put up a post next with a video, and I want you to post that below that video with your why. And don't just throw it up there if you don't know it. Take a couple hours and dig deep, 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 deep before you post what that why is, okay? And then I'm going to have a task on there as well in my next post, okay? I hope this helped. Let's really dig deep. There might be some more tears, but that's only going to help us grow, okay? Mwah. You guys have a good 4th, and I'll talk to y'all later.